We all know that war has shaped the clothing that we wear. Now, when most people hear that, they usually think of World War II or Vietnam, and for right reasons, but I've been thinking about the Crimean War, because there's a good chance that there's something in your closet right now that exists because of that conflict. Let me explain. The Crimean War is one of the most historic wars for many reasons beyond fashion. It was a disastrous war filled with military blunders, supply issues, and disease-fueled casualties in the face of brutal conditions. But I am not a geopolitical history account, I am a fashion history account, so without further ado, here are 3 things that you probably didn't know came from the Crimean War. First is the cardigan. The cardigan is named after James Thomas Brudenell, the 7th Earl of Cardigan. It is said that he wore a knitted wool button-front waistcoat in the charge of the Light Brigade, which is one of the most disastrous cavalry charges ever. When he returned home, he was very briefly celebrated before people found out that he fled battle and left his men there to perish. But people took notice to the practical knitwear he was wearing, and the garment stuck around and the style became known as the cardigan. I'll do a full video on this soon. Next is the balaclava. British troops were facing brutal winters with almost no proper gear, so people back home knitted these wool face and head coverings and sent them to the front of the lines. Soldiers wore them during the Battle of Balaclava, and the name stuck. This simple yet practical piece of headwear became a mainstay during the 20th century for skiers, snowboarders, and the occasional bank robber. And lastly, we don't have a garment, but a design detail. Lord Fitzroy Somerset, better known as Lord Raglan, lost an arm in the Battle of Waterloo in the early 19th century. When he was later a commander in the Crimean War, coatmakers developed a sleeve cut in one piece from the collar to the underarm to give him better mobility. This practical design feature became known as the raglan sleeve, and now you see it everywhere, from Balmain coats to baseball tees and anything that needs just a little more range of motion. Let me know if there's anything from the Crimean War that I missed, and this might be a niche thing to comment, but if there is another battle that you think has an underrated contribution to the world of fashion, please be sure to sound off in the comments.